As you can see, very uniform in size, and that's important. And what we're going to do is I'm simply going to just chop off the bottom here. We don't want this end on here. Like that. Give us a nice straight edge. And then the key here is, first thing, you want to have a really sharp knife, and you want to cut through the tomato, but not all the way through. You don't want to cut all the way, because you want to be, what we're going to do is we're going to let this fan out, and we're going to insert the mozzarella in between the slits. So just make sure you don't cut all the way through, otherwise you need to get a new tomato, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we're going to cut down. We're going to probably make about 4 slits, so that's 1, maybe 5, just to be even. 2, and 1 over here. 3, 4, and 5. So you've got these nice slits. As you can see, I didn't cut through, left about ½ an inch there at the bottom. Now the mozzarella, I got fresh mozzarella, comes in this liquid, and to make sure, what you want to do is you want to make sure you buy it in the ball shape, in this nice round shape, otherwise this really won't work, or won't look as pretty, that's for sure. So you've got this lovely mozzarella, and again, you want to use a nice sharp knife for this, because cheese can stick to your knife easily. Wipe off my knife in between a little bit. And we're going to cut some pieces here. There we go. This is looking a little bit big for this tomato. Yeah. What we'll do is kind of trim it so it fits. It still has that round shape that fits nicely in the tomato. So we'll just fit that right inside like that. Great. And it's okay if it doesn't look perfect. This is not, you know, I'm no perfectionist, and this is not, doesn't need to be a perfect dish. But I'm going to go ahead and give these a little bit more room for the cheese. Great. Okay. I've got 1. Let's do 1 more. Maybe a little thinner. And again, I'm going to just cut off the end here and kind of round it off so it'll fit nicely in the slit, and fit that right in there. Actually, this one probably needs to go down a little bit more. Aren't these lovely? Look at that. Okay. Keep going. There we go. I love these on a summer dish, especially if you have your own garden and you can use your garden fresh tomatoes, have such a great flavor. But if not, you can get great tomatoes at the market. So just use those, and tomato and mozzarella, and we're going to add some salt and pepper and fresh basil, all of my very favorite flavors. So we're just going to pop those right in there. Start on this side. Piece there, and now I am cutting thin slices so we're not filling that tomato too much. We're going to cut off the end and then round this off nicely so it fits. A little more off the end. See if we can fit one in there in that small space. Ooh, maybe this will go on this side. Oh, that looks great. Aren't these lovely? Okay, and we'll do 1 more real small one. Use this one here for that last little edge. Sounds like the dog's hungry. There we go. Okay, we'll put this one right in there. Perfect. And you can see why I call these tomato mozzarella fans, because they just fan out so beautifully. And I have these lovely serving dishes. They're perfect for the appetizers, very chic with the new square design. And to that, we're going to just sprinkle on a little olive oil, maybe about a teaspoon. Just spread that right over it so it drizzles, ooh, all around it. That is looking good. Maybe one more. Olive oil does have a really good flavor. So reminds me of Italy. We always ate these, or this type of flavor. Now the last few are just ingredients, or just some garnishes. We're gonna top it with some sea salt or kosher salt. I love it. It's a thick grind so you can see it on there. Just sprinkle a little of that on there. We'll do some fresh ground pepper right on top of that. Lovely. And then what you'll want to do is, I've got some nice washed basil here. It's the fresh basil. And find a leaf that's really pretty and quite small. So I've got a lot of big leaves here. Obviously something like this is not going to work. So we're going to look for a nice little small leaf. Make sure it's nice and washed and dried. And you can